Queer 20 is the annual celebration of 20 queer Indians who've made a mark in business, technology, and society. Joining us today is CA Venkat Raghavan. He's the HR lead for operations, India and Sri Lanka at Accenture. So, first of all, Venkat, thank you so much for agreeing to do this and for giving us your time because it's very important to know from leaders in an industry which is especially in the forefront right now. So I would like to start by asking you, although corporates are talking about inclusivity being a priority, how far do you think we have actually come and what more needs to be done?
So, firstly, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. Uh, how far we've come really depends on who you work for. You could be, are you working for a multinational? Are you working for an Indian corporation? Are you working for a public limited versus a family-owned company? Or it also depends on the nature of the industry that you're working in. Now, the test of how far we have come, regardless of where you work, is if there is a voice in the most remote team, and it's actually in the remotest, most virtual team, does the person sitting there have a voice? And there is always more to be done in the space of educating people, and I think this is really a big one. Just understanding the nuts and bolts of why is this the business case? Why is it important? Building awareness. And I constantly say this: keep communicating. People think if you communicate once, done. Unfortunately, it is that you have to keep communicating. In addition to all of this, work needs to be done. And how do you measure for all aspects of inclusivity? How do you build advocacy for them? And how do you build a leader's voice for it in the organizations that people are in? So that, I think, in short, it depends on who you're working for. I personally devised a quick test, which I shared with you, which is if the person sitting in the absolute corner has a voice. And, there's just a lot of work still to be done, regardless of which segment of the workforce we are talking of for inclusivity.
No, absolutely. I think that's how you get to know, even though they're saying yes, the entire organization, entire community might get a voice, but then is every individual getting one? So that is a good test. In your career of over 2 decades, what is the kind of progression that you have seen when it comes to pride at work?
Actually, fantastic question. Thank you. So, at Accenture in India, it's been front and center for over a decade. And, inclusivity per se, and, all segments of inclusion that we have decided to make priority have been celebrated. For specifically Pride at Work, I think there has been a greater education of our leaders and of our employees, regardless of the law of the land. While we've been in step with the law of the land, we've made sure that it has remained front and center.
So, as we said, you have been there for 2 decades. As a Sprite sponsor and an HR leader, what are your thoughts on the shift which has taken place to prioritize inclusion in employment policy?
Got it. So I think let me lead with our research at Accenture, and it in a nutshell shows that the culture of equality results in the same kind of work environment that helps everybody advance and thrive. And we also believe that when you create a culture of equality, it is a powerful multiplier of innovation and growth for the LGBTI community. And Getting to Equal 2019 study, three key highlights. One, 90% of our LGBTI employees want to be innovative. Two, there is 7x higher innovation mindset in the most equal cultures than in the least equal cultures. So that's actually quite a dramatic difference. And even more dramatic difference is the third finding, which is 20 times greater innovation mindset for LGBT employees when you work in an organization which is builds an equal culture to the one that doesn't.
So you have been credited for revolutionizing the mental wellness journey at Accenture over the past 2 decades. How was this process developed, and how have you accommodated the mental health needs of the queer community within Accenture?
Sure. So, firstly, thank you. And I think it's the entire revolution of mental health has been a team effort. Our beginnings were very humble, a year and a half, two ago, where we said every life matters. And we've really moved from, suicide prevention to, talking about mental health. We've used in the last 2 years, extended the use of artificial intelligence through a chatbot called Wiser. So every person really has, mental health counselor at their fingertips when they so desire. So that's a commendable use of technology for our in India, and it's now being explored globally. We've made a very conscious effort of distinguishing awareness and education. Awareness is knowing that mental wellness is a thing, whereas education is actually knowing the nuts and bolts of how long, if you're sad for how long, does it mean that you actually need to go to a counselor? What is the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist? We've extensively worked on stopping the stigma. Our employees voluntarily give testimonials as we speak. We're making it okay to talk about mental health and have very, very sharply defined protocols in cases of self-harm. And we have embarked on a journey where we will constantly teach all our people the signs and symptoms of good and not good mental health, and make known to all the resources available. And we are promoting all of this through advocacy.
You've talked about personal journeys, so I would really want to know what have been some turning points in your own personal life which have helped you become the person you are today?
Fantastic. I think my biggest inflection point came when I moved to the US with Accenture in 2008. And I joined the Employee Resource Group in the LGBT Employee Resource Group in North America.
Yeah.
And I truly call those years, though I was, I was not a child, I was, in my 30s then. I truly see those years as me becoming a man from a boy. And I think I say that because it elevated my mental maturity on all matters LGBTI exponentially through those years I was there. And I must share this with you. I've been out and open longer at work than I have been in my personal life. So I actually came out at work first.
Okay.
I think my biggest inflection in the Employee Resource Group was that I realized that the first journey for any member of the community is one of self-acceptance. Everything else is secondary if you are still constantly thinking about an affirmation of your identity to self. But one cannot fast forward that journey. It has to happen when it does happen. I think the second is I personally have sought I have worked with a counselor while I was in the US. And I think, a lot of people talk about the stigma of mental health and working with a counselor. I tell people from first-hand experience that even if you have no agenda, and if you have access to a counselor, one must constantly be in touch because you never know what can come up. So I think that was my second inflection point. The third inflection point was, and this is really funny, I was outed at Accenture accidentally by someone. So from the North America Resource Group traveled to India. They walked into a room and said, "You must all be so lucky to have Venkat working with you. He is an exemplary spokesperson for the LGBTI community, and he's the only out person in India." They outed me and the room went silent. But I'm very grateful to her for having done that because I didn't say anything. Uh, the room froze and the room unfroze, and then everybody went about their business. That was a very powerful inflection point for me for a few reasons. One, I think I discovered that people and some of my closest colleagues of over a decade didn't ever pry into my personal space while they always thought or knew. These are the same people who had supported me through life events earlier. And it also taught the power of acceptance in a very matter-of-factly manner. Before that incident or after that incident, nothing changed. I was the person I was at work, who was celebrated for who I was. And I don't think that shifted. And that was a big inflection because it has inspired me to be the inclusive person I am more than I was. And I think that's, that is really the matter of factly acceptance of the people. So these are some of the incidents, and they all happened in a matter of 3 or 4 years. And I'm very grateful to them and I'm very grateful to Accenture for it because it happened while I was here.